Hello, I'm Angad and today I am going to be talking about the Maya Civilization. These are the topics we will be covering today. Who were the Mayans? The rise of the Mayans, Mayan inventions, Mayan customs, Mayan buildings, the fall of the Mayans. Who were the Mayans? They were indigenous people of Mexico and Central America from 250 to 900 CE. They lived in a part called Mesoamerica. They inhabited the lands comprising modern-day Yucatan, Quintana Roo, Campeche, Tabasco, and Chiapas in Mexico and southward. They were noted for their larger syllabic script as well as art, architecture, mathematics, their calendars, and their astronomical system. The Mayans never developed one single nation. The nation was more than 60 separate city-states. The best known of these city-states were Tikal, Calakmul, Palenque, Caracol, Copan, and Yaxchilal. They were influenced most by Olmecs and the Aztecs, because there were other flourishing cultures that influenced the Mayans. The Olmecs, the Aztecs, the Teotihuacanos, the Mixtecs, and the Toltecs. The most famous of the 17 rulers of Palenque was Pakal the Great. He ruled from 615 to 683 CE. He became king at 12 years old. His mother, Saktuk, wielded a lot of power during the early years of his reign. She might have even been queen. He ordered the construction of Palenque's finest buildings. This is a stunning jade a picture of a stunning jade funeral mask of Pakal the Great. These are the periods that when the Mayans flourished. The PreClassic Period. This was the period where the Mayan society became an agrarian society. The PreClassic Period in Maya history stretches from the beginning of permanent village life, circa 1000 BC until the advent of the Classic Period, circa 250 AD. It is subdivided into early pre-classic period, middle pre-classic period, and late pre-classic period. The major archaeological sites of this period included Nakbe, Yucatan, Ceibal, San Bartolo, Cival, and El Mariro. The Mayan people left cities in 100 AD because of an unknown collapse. But this didn't end the entire civilization itself. They recovered from the Yucatan and went back to the lowlands. The Classic Period developed a stratified society with farmers, traders, craftsmen, and hunters, created important cities like Tikal, Palenque, Copan, Caracol, and Calakmul. The Mayan society collapsed in the 9th century, but this wasn't the collapse of their full civilization. This was just the abandonment of the Mayan lowlands. The post-classical Mayan period is the period between 950 CE to 1539 CE, when the Spanish conquered Mayan territories. They moved from the lowlands to the Yucatan Peninsula. The major cities of the post-classic era included Chichen Itza, Uxmal, and Mayapan. finished with the advent of the Spanish in the 16th century. We're going to talk about Mayan inventions. Mayan Astronomy. They recorded information on the development of the sun, the moon, the Venus, and the stars. Mayan astronomers were very accurate and way ahead of their European counterparts. The Mayan Calendar. These were the three dating frameworks of the Mayan calendars. The Solkin was a 260-day calendar. The Harb was a sun-based calendar with 365 days. The Long Count was a calendar of 360 days. Mayan rubber. The Maya made elastic from latex and mixed it with other plant substance to make elastic items like bouncy balls for their ball games. The Mayan writing system. The Mayans invented hieroglyphs used to describe or represent a word, sound, or even a syllable with pictures or symbols. The Maya used around 700 different hieroglyphs. 80% of the language still is understood today. Mayan art. The Mayans created artwork from a variety of materials, including wood, jade, obsidian, and earthwood. They decorated stone landmarks, stucco, and walls. They were also famous for their flint sculptures, which were incredibly difficult to make. They also made some things called stelae, which were to represent the kings of the Mayan city-states as great patrons of art. What were the Mayan customs? They performed rituals like bloodletting to satisfy the gods. The Mayan believed in three realms: the upper realm, which is basically known as heaven to us, the earth, and the underworld, where the demons lived. The other customs, such as blood sacrifices and bloodletting, were used for the elite. Bloodletting was an honor to the Mayans. They had ritual healers called curanderos. These are some of the Mayan gods. They worshipped Mayan gods. Itzamna was the supreme god. He was the lord of day and night and ruler of the heavens. Ixchel was goddess of childbirth, healing and weaving, and the moon. Ixchel was Itzamna's wife. Chak was the rain god. Apuch was one of the gods of death. Tohil was the terrible god of fire and sacrifice. Itzamna means lizard house. Ixchel means lady rainbow. The Mayan living conditions. The variety of housing and living conditions. The Mam from South Guatemala lived in houses with adobe walls, small shuttered windows, and tiled roofs. The Quiche built rectangular houses with thatch. Mayan traders. They traded such as fish, salt, maize, conch shells, and cacao beans. Also valuable stones such as basalt, obsidian, and raw jade. Commodities trade such as paper, books, furniture, jewelry, and textiles. Mayan buildings. Today we are going to be covering Mayan buildings. This is the royal palace of Pakal the Great. It was an example of stunning architecture made by the Mayans who lived in Palenque. The temple of the great Jaguar. This was one of the major temples in Tikal, or nicknamed Yashmutal. Mayan pyramids. This is the picture of El Castillo, a 91-stepped pyramid. If you made 91 steps in each side and count the platform as a step, there would be 365 steps. The Maya pyramids had a flat top. The pyramids of the Aztecs were very similar to those of the Maya. Many times, new pyramids were built on top of old pyramids. Some pyramids served as burial chambers for kings similar to the ancient Egyptians. The fall of the Maya. The classic Maya collapsed in the 8th and 9th centuries, and the pre-classic Maya experienced a similar collapse in the 2nd century. The end of this presentation. Hope you have enjoyed my video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye!